Nuts. Do we come back after we die? And do we come back as humans? Or as animals? It's a concept I've sometimes thought about, but not to any great degree. Until now. I was out on the back patio, pushing away the last of the snow. Hey, winter lasts a long time around here. When a red squirrel appeared atop the back fence and stared at me. And I recognized him. Back in the day, I had a friend named Ian. Although he wasn't really a friend, he was a drinking buddy. Now, the role of the drinking buddy is to provide, someone to drink with. They should drink daily, have strong opinions, and enjoy arguing for the sake of arguing. That would be a good description of Ian. He would sit there puffing on his well-chewed pipe as he delivered his idiotic opinions on politics, history, society, and women. Ian was an incel before the phrase was coined. And it was a pleasure to tell him he was full of shit. We were drinking buddies all through uni and spent many a humid evening together. But we drifted apart after graduation, and a few years ago I heard he had died during the pandemic. He had lived in a different city, so when I went there on business, I decided to show my disrespects by visiting his grave. It looked rather sad and neglected. He had been a single man with no family, or at least no family that would admit to him. I had brought along a small bottle of Captain Morgan's dark rum and a bottle of Heineken, and I poured them both on the dead grass near his weathered tombstone. I figured he might need a drink. And now this rodent had appeared, staring at me with its small black beady eyes, and its expression was identical to Ian's on those frequent occasions when he would ask me, "Want to go for a beer?" It was actually rather unnerving. I told the squirrel, "I'm sorry, Nutty, but I don't have any nuts for you." But the thing just crouched there and continued staring at me. Then I had an inspiration and said, Ian, is that you?" It just crouched there, staring at me, as if to say, "You fool! Of course it's me." And so I decided to perform a little experiment. I went into the house, found a cold bottle of Heineken in the fridge, cracked it and poured some into a measuring cup, which I then took outside and set down in front of my furry friend, who immediately leaned forward and began to lap it up. Yep, it was Ian all right, or at least a kindred spirit. I sat and watched in something akin to awe as the little monster lapped up the beer, and when it had finished, it looked up at me with an expression that said, "That's it?" When I went back in the house, the squirrel followed me to the side door and waited while I filled a small bowl with the rest of the brewski, which I took back outside and set before it. When I checked an hour later, the bowl was empty. And the squirrel lay passed out beside it. Yep, it's Ian all right. Now, what I did next might be controversial, even mean, but I wrapped the sleeping squirrel up in an old blanket, put it in the trunk of my car, and drove to a nearby park, where I left it under a bush to sleep it off. Like I said, I might be mean, But the last thing I need is an alcoholic squirrel hanging around, Ian or not. I just hope he doesn't find his way back here. But what do you think, dear listeners? Is reincarnation a real thing? If we come back, do we come back as other people or even animals, like squirrels? My gosh, could I come back as a cockroach? Jeez. But what do you think? Please share your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. And stay safe, stay subscribed, and ring the bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. If this is your first visit to my channel, please consider subscribing. My name is Warren, and I write and tell original ghost stories and original horror stories featuring such cryptids as the night floaters, werewolves, and the black-eyed children. So again, please consider subscribing. Please help me to reach my goal of 2,500 subs. Till midnight. Cheers. P.S. Ian the squirrel came back the very next day. The squirrel came back. I thought he was a drunkard, but the squirrel came back. He just couldn't stay away. 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 I think I need another drink. That's better.